Gramercy Theater, the New York Comedy Festival. I have a very good feeling about this. Ladies and gentlemen, from New York City, in the great state of New York, Harmontown is now in session. Let's bring out the mayor of Harmontown, Dan Harmon.
What do you? Oh, Jeff, you wanted a. All right. That makes it. Thank you, Arturo.
Do I owe you money, Arturo? Yeah. I'm being surfeited with gifts right now. Yeah, Aiden, this is a real pad, not your Nintendo bullshit.
What the fuck is going on? Hello, New York. Thank you so much for. We couldn't be happier. You're wonderful people. I hope you're comfortable, and we're so honored and flattered. Particularly, like we're sold out tonight, and we're sold out tomorrow night, and I hope that. I really, I mean, it's crazy.
This theater is cool. Do the Ramones play here? This place is sexy as hell.
Yeah, well, every time, we've never had a bad experience in New York. So let's.
It's time to break that.
Let's
pattern.
jinx it. Yeah. But it's obviously flattering. It's like it's the capital of the world, So the people are like when they're excited that you're coming to visit them, it feels legitimizing. We're very happy that people like us in Los Angeles, but let's face it, those people are fucking nincompoops.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what they're doing. They're crazy people. They are from the Midwest and they go out to a desert and they're like draw things and they expect to get paid for it. You guys are like fucking dealing with reality. Like 9/11's happening over your shoulder, and you're like, yeah, but still, Dan Harmon showing up would be good, and that's a huge compliment. Because like getting to work without being stabbed is a big deal for you guys. So like you have, and also like there's cats going on. You have shows. These people have.
You mean the play Cats?
In LA, you can't.
Cats close in like '89, dude.
It doesn't matter. If they said they wanted it back, they'd make more Cats. I'm gonna guess. I swear to God, I bet I'm right. I bet there's a Knight Rider show on Broadway right now. Because if they want it, so be it. There's a Spider-Man. He's dangling all over the place. There's a Harry Potter show on Broadway. These guys, what I'm saying is, they can do whatever they want. And so a hug from you really is twice as valuable as everyone that we've ever said we liked. I really, like, you guys are, we've sucked Portland's dick, we've been to Austin and we've said, oh, this is the best town in the world. Like, honestly, I hope those people aren't listening right now, but it's all been a lie. Even in our own home, we don't like those people as much as we like you. You guys are good people. So thank you. Glad we got that out of the way. Now on to the show, which we don't have. There's no show. We don't. I don't know.
We've never had a show.
No,
we tried to have a show for the first 3 Harmontowns. Before we recorded it, we tried to think about guests and what we were going to do, and then we just said, "Fuck it, let's just get drunk and do
I did scribble some notes. I got some notes.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right. So I try to understand that. Okay. The applause for the
Yes. He has a speech impediment.
No, it's true. I thought you thought that was CG. It's now you're seeing it. Oh, he's like it's the King's speech. It's the thing. Oh, it's real. Oh, I can see his lips flapping.
You all thought that Faro Audio edited and like remixed his stutter. You're seeing it's a real thing.
Do you believe in life? No, it's real.
Yeah.
And
we also auto-tune. Are you stuck?
No, I'm trying. Okay. Well, now when I do it, I'm hearing it, and it's. No, you don't apologize. That's beautiful, and that's another thing about New York. By the way, have we talked about this? New York is the nicest fucking town. Everyone has.
Here's how nice it is. I came out and plugged in my iPod or phone, whatever you call it, and a dude brought me drinks. It's the best place in the world.
Well, because it makes sense. If you told somebody from Mars, you go, guess which is the most polite city? Do you think it's the one where everyone's stacked on top of each other? And that if the lights go out, they're 5 seconds from cannibalism? Like, do you think those people know their P's and Q's? The Martian would go, yeah, I would bet my money on that. I would think that the people in Nebraska would turn out to be racist.
What was the year where the lights all went out and everybody had 1 million babies? Okay, it was in the 70s, though. 77, this guy says. 2003, too?
No, that was... Yeah, well,
why do the lights keep going out in this fucking city?
Because they need power to do what they do. They're wonderful people.
The lights are controlled by Big Condom.
Well, there was that night that, yeah, it was like...
But who isn't, for that matter?
Whatever. But honestly, like, nicer people here, nicer encounters, because everyone has to be, well, more versed in politeness. It's they're big.
A gal in the third row said, "Fuck you."
It's her first night here. Fuck her.
She's from Austin. She's from Austin, Texas.
But you know what? We love her here, and we accept her. And she could be the senator of New York tomorrow if we so chose.
Senator.
Okay, so I'm just looking at my notes, and I'm trying to. On the plane, I spilled some chili on my shirt.
You had chili on the plane?
And I found out.
What flight serves chili?
JetBlue, if you need to know. Why is chili?
I'm just expressing incredulity.
Well, it's not like a big pot of it, and there's like a guy going, woohoo!
Who wants more chili?
Yeah. Like, oh, crawdad coming out. Don't get distracted by JetBlue's menu. I spilled some shit on my shirt, and I was like, oh shit! And I only brought one shirt for 5 days because
you're a professional.
So it's like once there's chili on it, it's like there's chili on it the whole time. And so I was like, oh man. And then Dino said, put some salt on it. And I took some salt and I put it and I started rubbing, and it, like, I guess you guys probably can see that it probably didn't all go away, but there was chili all over my shirt, and it worked. And I was like scrubbing. I'm like, oh, is that the abrasion? And then I was talking to Jeff about it, and he's like, oh, that's why soda water works. And I was like, sodium? I didn't know that for 42 years. Sodium. Soda water. I didn't know that.
It's very exciting.
That's super exciting. Like a little club soda will get that out, but because it has salt in it. Because the ions, like they are hungry for chili.
But
it's just like it's exciting to learn things.
Didn't you learn this in the same table at the same restaurant where you've had other epiphanies about stuff that you didn't used to know?
Well,
about the courtesy flush. You didn't know?
Okay, all right. So thank you. So we could call this a segment. Do you want to give it a theme song? This is.
I didn't bring my iPad. We're limited tonight.
Well, this is stuff that I've learned at 42.
I'm gonna turn that down.
Do you want to? Because it is kind of exciting, and there's two more.
Oh yeah.
So do you want to give it a theme song for real?
Dan Harmon learning things that he should have learned when he was younger. See, the crowd has gone wild.
Yeah, I know. They're being very nice. I thought that was terrible. I think if we come to a different city, we should.
Dan Harmon is the world's coolest guy.
But what is that? What is that? That song? That song is a wall of.
I know. It's
just play a real.
I think it's our friend Titanic Sinclair.
Well, no, I'm not questioning his talent. I'm just like that song is just a wall of sound.
I know. I try to turn it down. It's very loud.
Well, it's not about lowering the volume.
Song.
It's about picking a song that has
hold your horses.
A beginning.
I'm gonna pick another. Okay, ready? What's the segment called? You pick a title.
Dan Harmon. No, you know what? It's not about me. Sometimes you learn things even though you've been alive for 40 years. It's not too late to learn. Mammals' brains harden. That's why sometimes you have a kitten that fetches, and then you tell your friends, my cat plays fetch, and then the cat doesn't fetch anymore because its brain gets hard. And that's most mammals, but Ben Franklin was 75 going out in the rain, and like, what'll happen? Because we are eternally children, and our brains are soft. And that also results in racism and
that's been our show. Thanks for coming,
rape
everybody.
and murder.
Drive safely.
But we're eternally at play. We're like, well, what would happen if I hated that guy because he's black? But also, what would happen if I flew a kite in the rain? Hey, if you like these lights, maybe you should hate black people.
Should that segment's theme song have its own segment theme song?
Yeah, no, that went wrong. I'm going to assume Ben Franklin was racist because he didn't know any better. But that, if you're black and you're listening and you like electricity, don't be conflicted. There's room in the world for all of us, and there's not. I don't think we should accept. I think I implied that if you like electricity, you should hate black people, and that's not the case at all. That's the opposite is the case. If you like electricity, you should love. Well, you shouldn't love anybody because of their color. That would be as racist as if you hated them. And you guys are from New York. You know this. Don't love people because of the color of their skin. That's fucked up. Like, there are bad people who are different skin-wise. And if you just love them for their skin, you're a racist. And you will pay the price. Because they'll come to your house and go, hi, I'm purple, and everyone hates me. Can I come in your house? And you'll be like, oh, no, I love purple people. And then he's like, stab, stab. Like, you deserved it. Like,
are you running for the Republican nomination right now? Because you're making a hell of a lot of sense over there.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm saying what they're thinking. Is that guy gonna win? He's not gonna win. Okay. All right. Let's talk about that later. Okay. Is that the salt and the sodium? So we're in the segment.
Guys, he's on target. He'll never lose the target.
Sorry, I get a little drunk when I come to New York. But just two more things about me learning things when I'm 40. So 42. The soda is sodium.
Sodium.
Here's the new one. You brought up courtesy flush. So I never knew what courtesy flush meant. I always thought it meant you poop and then you flush twice. I was like, how is that a courtesy to anyone? I was like, do they mean like because there's poop flakes in the water? Like that's a courtesy? Like if you poop and then what you see in the toilet.
This one goes out to the ladies in the house.
If what you see demands a second flush, that's not a courtesy. That's gross, and you should hate yourself and flush second time because there's extra poop because your butt has more poop than a toilet guy. That's what I thought courtesy flush meant. Courtesy flush, as you already know, and which I just learned, it means halfway through your poop, you reach back and flush your poo-poos while you're still pooping. I didn't know that. I just learned that. And I had to come to New York to learn that because New York has no, space.
You guys could have gone and seen Hamilton tonight. You could have gone... We're learning shit here at the Gramercy.
Because every place here, it's like, it's a 3-foot bathroom. And it's
Dan, have you put the courtesy flush into play? Have you used that now?
No, I haven't done it yet. It's safe to say at this age, I don't think I'll learn that habit. But I'm very charmed by the concept. Okay, one more thing, and then we're done with this segment. So this is going to blow your fucking mind.
Yeah. Buckle your holy shit belts, everybody.
I just found this out in the Rick and Morty writers' room. So I'm not even sure how to. Thank you, kids. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, we're...
Yeah, these people love writers' rooms.
Yeah, we're in that writers' room. We're working it up.
You guys are mostly topless. Like you guys are shirts off most of the time in that writers' room.
Yeah,
right?
sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, this is fucking insane to me. Okay, so...
I have no idea where this is going.
Okay, so you guys know the catchphrase, nobody puts baby in the corner, in a corner, right? So for the last 5, 8 years, like I thought that line was from the movie $1 Million Baby.
She was in the corner a lot of that movie.
It makes sense. I've never seen the movie.
Part of being a boxer.
I know that Clint Eastwood teaches $1 Million Baby to fight. And spoilers, I've never seen the movie. I know she gets put in a corner and dies. I know that. I also know how Death of a Salesman ends. But because two reasons. And when I walk you through this, you're gonna go, Dan, I forgive you. And I'm actually kind of mad at a society that did this to you. The first thing is, I think this is just a distortion of my perception because apparently that line is from Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing, yes.
Which I've seen the 1.5 times that we've all seen it. The first time through when you're trying to impress someone, and the half time when you just fall asleep and you're hoping it holds up. Apparently, apropos of absolutely nothing, Patrick Swayze walks up to Jennifer Grey and says, "Nobody puts baby in the corner."
No, isn't it her dad that says that? Her father says it about her.
Oh,
right.
All right. The plot thickens. Okay. You know what? Garbage movie, by the way.
Her dad says it about her. Swayze says it about her to her dad. I'm so glad we got this fucking sorted.
I think the
Drinks around the house. Drinks around the house, Bart.
I think her dad says in the movie, he says, I don't want you dancing with that dirty dancer. Go in the corner. And then he goes over to her and he goes like, nobody puts baby in the corner. And by the way, your name's Baby. And get out of the corner. So so here's the thing. Like I saw that movie. I don't remember that line. I don't think it was a big deal. It's not like Macaulay Culkin going like this. It's not like the point in the movie where you're like, this is great. Like it's a dumb movie, and that's just another dumb part of it, right?
No, it was a great movie.
Did anyone here write Dirty Dancing? Oh, you did? Okay. These guys wrote it. It's a dumb movie.
These two 24-year-olds wrote Dirty Dancing.
It's a dumb movie, and I honestly, anyone who wants to challenge me on that, I will.
Who here is strong enough to do the lift and have Dan go up like Jennifer Grey? Do we have somebody strong enough to do the lift?
No, we're gonna do that down this aisle. Yeah.
All right.
But that doesn't.
We're gonna end the show with somebody doing the Dirty Dancing lift and going down the aisle.
So here's the other thing that happened. Remember, This Is the End with Seth Rogen?
Yes.
So his buddy in the movie is in that $1 Million Baby movie, right?
Right. I forget his name.
So in the movie, Seth Rogen says to his friend, he says, "Nobody puts baby in the corner," and the guy kind of chuckles, like it's his way of seducing his friend into going to the Hollywood party. And so that guy was in $1 Million Baby, and then Seth does that joke. And so that's what...
What was that guy in $1 Million Baby?
Wasn't he in that movie?
I don't...
Okay, well, I haven't seen it. I may have also made that up. Because I haven't seen the movie. So I picture Clint Eastwood teaching Hilary Swank how to box, and then that guy's like, "Hey, I love being in the corner." Let's move on. But it's just I thought you'd enjoy that. You can learn things after 40.
You promised that minds will be blown, and I think you proved it. I think that you accomplished
they're
that.
like, I thought every time someone said nobody puts baby in the corner, I've always pictured Clint Eastwood talking to Hilary Swank on a hospital bed. I never pictured Patrick Swayze talking.
What if he said that in that movie, but he was referencing Dirty Dancing?
Yeah. By the way, both movies, garbage. You know? And
Dirty Dancing is a goodie. Dirty Dancing tackles abortion. It tackles teen pregnancy.
I wrote 28% of Monster House. So if I tell you a movie's bad, you fucking listen to me. Okay, so I was masturbating today in the hotel room. And
this is how most of Dan's stories start.
And I had a conference call. I was like,
is that why you started masturbating?
I was on the bed, and I was like, I want to masturbate, and I thought of the person that I wanted to masturbate to, and
Hillary Swank,
and I googled around. And I found the image, and I was like, okay, I'm masturbating. And then there was a conference call, and I was like, okay, but I'm gonna masturbate for 5 minutes, and then I'll get on the conference call. But then they changed the dial-in number, so then I was masturbating, and there was like an intern calling me, and she was on the phone, and she's going, hey. We changed the dial-in number, and I was like, I had literally my penis in my hand, and I was like, okay, well, what's the, and she's like, oh, I'll email it to you, okay, but I don't really have a point to the story. What it made me think of was like she didn't know she didn't know she was talking to a man that was like doing this.
I think if you're a woman and you call a man, you should just have that assumption already in your head.
Well, that's
the guy's. It's very likely the guy's jerking off on that call.
But when Erin, my former wife, when she worked at 1-800-DENTIST, like she said, a big part of her job was like you would answer the phone and go 1-800-DENTIST, and then the guy would go, I want to get a dentist. And a dentist real bad. Okay, sir, do you have an insurance provider? What? And it was like a big part of her job. It was like a prevalent thing that like there were guys that were like clearly masturbating when and that the idea of talking to a person. But the thing that I don't like, kind of, because this happened to me, and I was like, oh, this person like doesn't know that I'm kneeling on a New York hotel bed, looking at a photo of like a girl from a commercial.
What was the commercial?
I'm not saying.
Don't say 1-800-DENTIST.
I'm not saying because I have not verified her birth date, and I will get. Those records are sealed until we officially verify that she was born after 1980, whatever the cigarette date is. But like, believe me, she's on the bubble.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you know what?
You should have just said it was Flo from the Progressive.
Yeah, I should have said lots of stuff, but I didn't. I should have done. The Wright brothers should have taken a car. But they didn't. I'm equating my horrible
your latent
perversion to
the birth of
the
flight.
Invention of flight. But how did they know when they were out there going like, what if a car could fly? I bet people were driving by and going like, gross. Go home to your wife. Age inappropriate. And they would have called out, Taco Bell put her in the commercial for a reason.
Oh, so we got it. It was Taco Bell.
No, it's not. Bell. I made that up. I made it up. No, I made it up.
We don't know that.
To protect myself.
You were jerking off to a chihuahua.
Google Taco Bell girl. You're not going to find her. I'll tell you next week.
Tell us the commercial, Dan. Your whole gimmick is full disclosure, Dan. Tell us what commercial you were jerking off to.
But my whole gimmick is not full disclosure if she's 17. I saw the commercial. I made a mental note of it. I called her image up. I am a grown man. I'm in charge of my life.
Yes. NBC Universal called up? You said...
I had my pants around my ankles. I had my wiener in my hand. It's tiny. I'm powerless. I'm a bad person. It's funny to me that there was a person who's like an intern going like, oh, okay, hold on I'm giving you the thing. And I'm like, okay. So I was just thinking like...
So what happened? Did you go on hold and stop jerking off, or did you continue the process?
Of course I stopped it, like shriveled, but I because I took, but only because I was like, I didn't go there in my head. But
because the person on the phone was over 17 years old, is that why?
God, Jeff.
What?
You know, Jeff, Jeff.
Am I connecting the wrong dots, Dan?
Jeff, you're the bad person here.
Well,
because what I was thinking was, oh, this is interesting, because I remember Erin's stories about when she worked for 1-800-DENTIST, how there were the people who would call her. Oh. I was like, they were clearly like, getting off on... The interesting thing to me is like the question of like there's some people who are they're getting off on the idea that it's an assault, that they like that they want you to know. And then I was like, wait, but what if your thing was that they didn't know? What if you just called people and were like, hey, I was wondering, should I get a new swimming pool? Well, sir, I'm looking through my things, and the whole time you're jerking off. Like, what is that a fetish? And how would you ever know? You wouldn't, because that would be the whole point. Because the guy would be like, and then you're like, hello? And I was like, I just love swimming pools. Like, it's just. I was just thinking, like, I didn't go
Dan,
there.
how many listens do we get on Harmontown a month or a week? Do you know? What's the ballpark figures on that?
It's 10 million.
Okay. So we got to assume there's at least
5 million women, and you're saying we just lost them.
No, I'm saying if the number is over 1 million and it's over a few million, certain people are jerking off right as we speak right now.
Yeah. No.
How many people here at the Gramercy Theater are currently jerking off in the shadows? That's nearly half of the crowd. I love that.
Well, that's sort of the Pandora's box. I was hoping.
How many people are jerking off somebody sitting next to them is the more important.
All right, it doesn't matter.
That matters more than anything.
Okay. All right.
If somebody brought me a drink over, they can certainly jerk me off during this.
Salt stains, phone jerking. Soda is sodium. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Poop pants. It says poop pants, let's dance Bowie.
Oh, because that was last night, and you were in a blackout drunk, and we were at a bar, and Let's Dance was playing. Let's Dance. Right. And so I started singing Poop Pants, and then you were certain that tonight, if we sang the song Let's Dance but used the lyrics to Poop Pants, that it would be podcast dynamite.
Sounds like I was... Sounds like on paper I was right.
I believe so. Poop pants. Put on your brown shoes to match your pants.
Right. So no one knows. Poop pants. Let the poop go.
When I say run, that means I have the runs.
No, that's my favorite part, is that when it goes into the like cosmic part, it's like, when you poop your pants.
My ass feels like a flame.
Poop pants. Put on your special brown shoes so no one sees. Poop pants. No one will notice if you wear enough brown.
I remember when we were doing that drunkenly at a bar last night, and you said, Jeff, stop. Sorry, got to write this down. Got to write it down.
I did.
And you go, and you said, I'll never know what that means tomorrow. I said, write down.
Yeah. Look what happened. That's
write down David Bowie's Let's Dance.
Great. I think that worked really well.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't suppose you have a 411 on this. I just have the word sandwich.
The inventor of the sandwich.
Wait,
this is today. We were talking about the Woody Allen. Woody Allen in either Side Effects or Getting Even or one of his books, not Without Feathers, I don't think. It was a bit about the Earl of Sandwich who invented the sandwich. And you wrote it down, and you're like, oh, no, I'm not going to tell you. Not going to tell you what it is. You had something fucking good for the sandwich bit.
Yeah, but I feel like, okay, so I guess Woody Allen...
Do we need our guest out here for this?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll bring him out in a second. Just let me get. Okay, one more thing. A guy called me. A guy mistook me in a bar today. I had my back to the guy, and he came out of the bathroom at the Spring Lounge, and he came out of the bathroom, and he saw me from behind wearing this jacket, and he went, "Mr. Grossman." was like, and I turned to him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I was like, This is a big step for me. Like, if you're 25, you're never mistaken for Mr. Grossman. That's like that's a threshold. No one ever, even if your name's Shiv Grossman, someone's gonna go Shiv. But like I was mistaken today for a man called Mr. Grossman, and then I pressed the guy for details, and it's a cartoonist from the New Yorker. So I was like, I'll take it. I like it.
Now, did you Google his image? Do you resemble Mr. Grossman?
No, I mean,
or is he just calling you a gross man?
No, don't be silly. You know what?
I don't know.
You know what? You're a terrible person.
Did you look at Mr. Grossman?
No, I didn't, because I'm not narcissistic. I don't care. I don't care what I look like. I just thought it was fun, And you're racist, and everyone's made of light.
Here we go.
I love millennials now, and I'll tell you why.
What do you love most about millennials?
I love them because nothing's ever gonna go their way, and I truly I've come around. I'm like, oh my God, these poor kids. I fucking love you. I'm so sorry. I actually want to help you, try to make the world right, because it took me a while. Please try to understand that for the first 10 years that we met, I thought you were just an asshole because you wanted all this stuff, and it took me and then I realized, oh, you're never gonna get it. And that makes me love you. I'm so sorry. I love you. And you guys really have your head in the right spot. My generation was just like, oh, let's just look at the floor, and as long as we don't land on the moon or be the Beatles, we'll be cool. But you guys are like, you should do everything different. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, you sound like Hitler to me. But then after a while, you're like, you should do it all different. You should do it different. And I was like, but nothing different is happening. And then I was like, you little Dickens. You want everything. Nothing's ever going to be different. You love it. The earth is burning to a crisp, and you're just like, well, you should think different. And it's sad and beautiful. I'm on your side now that I know you'll never win. You're Rudy to me now.
How old is the oldest millennial? What's the cutoff line?
38, according to Pepsi. I swear, that's not a joke. I met with a guy from Pepsi, but fucking shoot me. This is
under what circumstances?
Hey, I hope you like Breaking Bad, but TV is but if it's going to be made good, it's going to be corporations are going to be making it. Nike's going to make TV, Colgate's going to make TV, Pepsi's going to make TV. Don't groan, you fucking little pieces of shit. You like it? You like your TV? You like your free TV? Dear TV, I got offended today. I like Orange is the New Black, but I don't like the episode where there's too much orange in it. Because I'm an orange person and I don't like no. Signed meow. And then your letter goes into a toilet called No One Gives a Fuck, thanks for your money. But I got sidetracked. Truthfully, the truth is, Netflix is a corporation. They may as well be Nike or Pepsi. They're just the first corporation that noticed what you guys like, and they're giving it to you, and that's a good thing. Pepsi is very, very capable of making great, fucking television. It's don't you laugh, sir.
At our comedy show.
It will... Don't you dare ever laugh.
Of temerity.
Do you guys remember when Seinfeld told everyone to stop laughing? Kramer was racist, and then he was on Letterman. And then Kramer was like, I'm sorry. He's getting the hair. It's I'm not racist. It's the thing. I love Afro-Americans. And everyone's laughing, and Seinfeld goes, stop laughing. It's not funny. He's telling, I'll take your word for it. Seinfeld! What the fuck is happening? Kramer's apologizing for being racist on Letterman. Seinfeld's out there curating the apology. You let me know when I should laugh. I don't want to be a bad person or anything. Let me know when my involuntary reactions are appropriate.
Welcome to the special...
Because I got to tell you, watching all this makes me go... It's fucking funny if I laugh. Period. Woo! Sorry, that sounded like I was mocking you. But I don't trust you guys. As a generation. New York, I love New York. All right. Everybody stop it. Stop laughing. It's not funny. It's a bad show. I came to New York and did a bad show. Let's all go to Broadway. Come on. Let's bring out Dino. Our next guest is a 10-year veteran of New York.
It's about to get sloppy.
He's my best friend.
Hi. I'm sorry I'm not Spencer.
Yeah, I mean, we're allowed to talk about Spencer, right?
Yeah.
Like Spencer,
my voice is gone.
Really?
We did karaoke at one of those little like St. Mark's Sing kind of joints where you do karaoke until 5, and we. Dino, you only did songs that was shrieking was involved.
Well, because I can't hit notes, so I gotta scream them.
You do Pink by Aerosmith better than Aerosmith, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Because I sing it like this. You know?
Oh, by the way, what absolutely
the worst lyrics,
worst written song lyrically.
Pink is my new obsession.
Pink is don't.
I won't.
Like I'm doing my impression of the song. Pink is in my head. Pink is a combination of yellow and red. Like that's the lyrics.
Yeah, but
that's a kind of a flamingo. Pink is my kind of lingo.
Very close. That's very close to it.
Well, yeah, it's exactly right.
Fucking dumb. If you wrote Pink for Aerosmith, you're rich, buy a gun and kill yourself. Like I don't care. I don't care if you're William Goldman.
In their defense, they weren't really trying.
No, exactly. So kill
They didn't
yourself.
give a shit.
Like,
Dino, was it you? 'Cause you also
if you're
sing-
16 and you're thinking of suicide, talk to someone.
If you wrote Pink,
If you
pull the
wrote
trigger.
Pink for Aerosmith, kill yourself. Because you're never going to. My challenge to you is blow my mind. Kill yourself. Do the right thing. And write in your suicide note, I wrote Pink for Aerosmith.
And I'm
you know what?
I'm a Harmontown fan, and I heard Dan Harmon.
I heard it, and you know what? Thank you. Because thank you, Dan Harmon, for saying what society wouldn't say. That I'm a dipshit. And that I fucked up.
You also
That I used my gift to hurt people. Because there's little kids listening. Pink is a kind of color.
Yeah.
Pink is my kind of color. I like pink because I like that color. When you're pink, it's a new color. First of all, pink is the color of vaginas and penises.
Well, that
So
lyric is in there.
That's the point of the song.
You're already teed up to say all kinds of cool
Well, he
shit.
did. He did.
What did he say? Pink is the color.
It's the Bing on your cherry.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the-
I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's the Bing on your cherry.
Yeah, dumb.
That doesn't. That doesn't scan.
It's dumb.
Now, Dino, you also sang "Beast of Burden" by Rolling Stones last night. Was it you that thought that?
Thank you.
What was the original? Was it you that misheard those lyrics a long time ago? That you thought it was something else?
No.
Who was our
I
friend?
don't know. I've
Was it
definitely
J-
misheard lyrics.
Was it Jay?
but not that one.
Somebody thought I'll never be your pizza burning.
Your pizza burning.
I'll never be your pizza burning. That's a really.
I think that was Weird Al Yankovic who.
All right, Dan.
Little. No one knows Weird Al Yankovic is trying to sing the actual songs. He's just an idiot.
Yeah, he can't remember.
Yeah.
Harmon, today, I don't know if you guys are, if you know the backlog of Harmontown episodes, but Dan is notoriously bad at telling jokes.
Take a bow.
You may have heard him mistell the duck joke, the welder's mask joke, various jokes. Dan, I told you the joke about the guy that pukes all over his shirt today. You promised you would try to tell this joke today. You laughed very hard at the bar. You promised that you would say, I'm going to fucking do it. Now, while Dan conjures this up in his memory and tries to get
you want
right,
you want to tell the whole
we already did. We told the story.
you told that already. I never listened to this show.
Can you give me a little hint about the guy puking?
The guy pukes on himself, and he goes, I can't go home looking like this.
Okay. I got it. Okay. I love that. It's a good joke. Okay. It just made me laugh.
Gramercy
right.
Theater, New York City, you have my absolute firm conviction, without fear of contradiction, that Dan Harmon is going to tell you this joke. It's going to be a goodie. It's a great joke. It's probably, I would say this joke is nearly 180 or more years old. It's a great old classic joke.
Okay, all right.
It starts we take you to a bar where a joke starts.
Don't tell them where they're going.
Okay, all right. So a guy. I'm not gonna look at you. A guy goes into a bar and he goes,
We'll be right back.
He goes, give me a drink, and the bartender goes, here's your drink, and then the guy keeps drinking, and then after a while he looks at his watch and he goes, oh God, I'm so late, like I should have gone home like to my wife because I love her, and the bartender goes, are you going to be in trouble for going home late? And the guy says, yeah, and he goes like, here's a trick I've learned. So take this $20 bill. That's weird that he would give it to him. Because it seems like the guy, after all, like he profited from the whole...
Can we help him or no?
No. Just, no, I know what you don't have to mime it. I'm not dumb. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm the retelling. I'm saying, I think this guy that we think is so stupid in the story, I think he profited.
Well,
I'm not even sure he's married. I think he made $20.
No, not the way Jeff told it.
Okay, all right. So just let me continue, and then
tell it the funny way.
So the guy, so the bartender says, "Take this $20 bill." That's the part I'm hung up on.
Yeah,
That's weird.
that didn't happen.
Oh, take a $20 bill.
Why does he give him a $20 bill?
Sorry. The bartender says, take a $20 bill.
Your own $20.
Take your own $20 bill.
Because why?
Well, because I'm getting to that.
He's getting there.
I just got hung up. I thought the bartender was giving me the money. Take a $20 bill. Fold it up. I don't know why. That's
not a detail.
It is part of it. No, it is part of it.
Let him tell the joke, Dino.
Right.
He said it's part of it. He fold it neatly and put it in your pocket.
Well, Jeff likes talking.
No, it's part of it.
It is not.
It is part of it.
It's not part of it?
It is. No, it is part of it.
Fold it neatly?
Why would you?
All right. I can't wait. I can't wait to find out why it was part of it.
We still haven't found out why he gave the guy the $20. Why he
a guy goes, I'm enjoying drinking, and I'm going home late to my wife, and the bartender says, let me tell you what to do. Take a $20 bill of your own and fold it
neatly.
That part I don't get, but I swear to God, that's what he said. And put it in your pocket. And when you go home to your wife, and she goes, why were you home so late?
It's amazing. It's amazing how bad.
Leave it.
I'm telling the exact joke. Like, say to her, I was at a bar and a guy puked on me.
Oh.
And
you never said that.
And the joke progresses linearly. I never said it. Like I said, like a crawl in the beginning. A guy will puke on someone. Everyone's like,
you're doing great, Dan.
Say to your wife, a guy puked on me, and he felt so bad that he gave me this neatly folded $20 bill to go to a dry cleaner to get the puke washed out of my shirt, and that's why I'm late. It's because of the amount of time it takes to get a shirt cleaned. But also, when I went to the dry cleaner, for some reason I didn't use the $20.
Yeah, yes.
which makes no sense, but that's not my fault.
Yes, it is your fault.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a flawed joke, and
It's a flawed version of the
This
and
is
my passion for
amazing.
storytelling is revealing that.
I'm bad at telling jokes.
No, I'm not. I didn't get to the punchline. And so
Wow.
the thing I found
You don't
delightful,
say.
the thing I really liked about the joke is what happens next. is that this fella goes home, and here's the thing about the joke is that you're cutting around a thing that happened. That's as sometimes has to happen in
All
comedy.
right, just tell it.
That part was intentional.
Now
I
I'm
did.
just sad.
But well, because he goes home and he goes. So the bartender told him all that stuff. Said, take the $20 and fold it and say this story. A guy puked on me.
How should he fold it? Neatly or not neatly?
I took it to go.
Okay.
So
It's neatly?
So then in the joke you have to cut from that to the guy going home. Because you're cutting
how you
around
told it.
you're cutting around stuff that
This
happened.
joke takes 18 seconds to tell.
But you cut to the guy going home, like a hard cut. And but you're supposed to not know how much time
I
has
create a
passed.
community.
So he goes.
Because it takes a half hour to tell one joke.
Well, that's why that show was. That's what it was famous for. Hey, how come the Big Bang Theory just told me 20 jokes in the same amount of time? Why are we exploring this guy's autism in a closet? So the guy goes home, and he says to his wife says, "Okay, so I'm glad you're home."
Day 3 of this joke.
Very important. She's glad he's home.
And she goes, "Why are you so late?" And he goes, "Well, there was this thing that happened." And he goes like, "A guy puked on me, and there was I had to take my shirt to the dry cleaner, and for some reason I still have the neatly folded money that represents what happened." And she goes, "Why is there $40 here?" And he says, "He also shit in my pants."
Still a good joke. Still a good joke.
I will now tell that joke correctly.
Did I get the punchline wrong? They didn't laugh.
Huh?
Because you didn't set it up right.
Because
Well, I set it
you
up
didn't start
very-
off with, the joke starts with a guy puking on himself drunk.
What?
The guy's...
That's the only way it makes sense.
A guy is at a bar. He's been there all day, all night. He's had so much to drink, he barfs all over the front of his shirt, and he just starts crying. The bartender comes over and goes, "Jesus Christ, what the fuck is happening over here?" He goes, "Look at me. I've been drinking all day. I told my wife I'd be home hours ago. I puked all over myself. I can't go home looking like this. What do I do?" Bartender goes, "I'll tell you what you do. Do you have a $20 bill?" The guy says, "Yeah." He goes, "Put it in your shirt pocket. Go
Hold
home."
it nicely.
Yeah, go home. Fold it neatly. Put it in your shirt pocket, go home and say you ran into an old friend from school, he's going through rough times, you heard his whole story, he got really drunk, puked all over your shirt, gave you $20 for the dry cleaning." The guy goes, "That's genius." He walks home, he's stumbling up the steps, the wife opens up the door, says, she sees him covered in puke. "What the hell happened to you?" He says, "I ran into an old friend, and I heard he's going through some rough times, he puked all over my shirt, and he gave me $20 for the dry cleaning." And the wife says, there's $40 here, and he said, "Well, he also shit my pants." The joke has to start with the guy puking on himself.
Well,
You gotta say he puked.
You never said it.
You gotta say it.
You never said the guy puked on himself. Why would someone else shit his pants? If he
I
didn't
mean,
already...
write a story circle about this goddamn joke. Puke, puke, puke.
Why was the money? Why were you so focused on neat folding of the money?
I swear to God, I wish I had a recording of you.
I remember. I was there.
I told that joke exactly as I told it right now.
You were hungover though. You were very hungover.
Well,
But it-
right, no, I did. I admit to one thing is that I forgot that he puked on himself.
Yes.
Okay,
It's kind of the premise.
So let me just now. Okay, so a guy goes.
The attention to so many details.
A guy-
All right,
Look
okay,
at-
Dan,
you
ladies and
avoid
gentlemen,
the biggest one.
Dan Harmon will now tell you the joke I just told you.
A guy goes into a bar.
Lay
and
your
he-
bets right now.
And he
He
gets.
doesn't even have to go into the bar. He's already there.
He gets so drunk, he's already there, and he's like been drinking all day, and then he pukes on himself, and he goes like, "Oh God, I puked on myself. I can't go home with puke on me." And the bartender says, "Take this $20, or take 20 of your own dollars, and say to your wife, yeah, a guy puked on me, but he's sorry, and he gave me this $20." And the guy goes, that's good. Cut to. Because he said he walks home, but if the camera's objective the whole time, then you're not there when he shits his pants. That's you. That's on you.
If you can fix this joke and make him laugh harder, you're my hero.
I think he's doing it.
Oh yeah. Cut to.
So the guy goes home and the wife says, "What happened?" And he goes, "Well, the person that puked on my shirt gave me this money." And she goes, "Okay, why is there twice as much money as the amount of puke?" And he goes, "Well, also there's poop in my pants." And he also wants you to wants that to be taken care of as well, because he's an affluent.
Why is there twice as much money as the amount
Wait, that's the joke. That's the whole joke. Said put $20, and then she's like, "Why is there $40?" Because I pooped my pants. Because the guy pooped in my pants. Why is it like it's not even? That's the joke. Thanks, kids.
He did it.
I don't understand. I actually don't understand why. I understand that it's not funny when I say it, but I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Because the guy pooped in his pants, and then he's saying to his wife, "I have twice as much money because I pooped my pants."
Here's my feeling. Here's why I think that you're not great at telling jokes. And also why, I don't know if you can connect why you're a good writer and you're good at
Thank
writing.
you.
That you can write good stories. Oh, more booze? God damn it.
You want to come up here? You want to come up here and tell the joke?
Sorry, Dan. I was interrupted by people giving me alcohol. Good, fucking cheers, Chindani. Here's why
That was good.
I think that you're bad at telling jokes, Dan, and this is you get caught up not just in joke telling, but I think like in your interpersonal relationships and stuff. You get hung up on details.
Oh yeah. I have a good story about that.
That are not that get in the way of the simplicity of a thing. A proper joke should be, guy says this, other guy says that, punchline.
Right, but okay, here's the thing about jokes that I always laugh at them when people tell them, but the thing is, when you look back on the joke, everything has been about dishonesty, because it's all about
but
this
you
pattern.
laughed at my joke. When I told you this joke today at the bar,
like a guy goes,
you
like,
laughed so hard you almost hit
I'll
your
give
head
you a
on the
nickel
bar.
if you give me $1. And then the guy gives him $1, and then the guy starts sucking his dick and goes, "What are you doing? I told you I'd give you a nickel if you give me $1. It's like, $1 for a fuck, or it's like there's some turn of phrase that you're like, oh, if
that's a good joke.
If everybody doesn't say exactly the right thing, then the joke's not funny, and that's bad craftsmanship. Because that's called Three's Company. When Mr. Roper's like fixing the toilet and he thinks he hears Chrissy, she's talking about a wart that she has.
This is from 1979.
There was a show called Three's Company, and Mr. Roper's plunging the toilet and he can hear Chrissy and Jack Tripper.
He never plunged the toilet.
He's dead now. John Ritter, National Treasure, and he's dead now. So yeah, yeah, you feel as bad as you should. And he hears her going like, "What? It's so big," and he thinks she's talking about like a baby in her stomach. And he goes, "It's so big." And
no, like his dick, at least.
No, there was every episode of Three's Company was like that. It was like somebody hearing something and going, "It's so big, it won't fit," and they're like pushing a box into a thing. It's so big, I keep pushing it harder. And then like someone's in the outside of the room going, and they're like, "Oh, it's so big, I can't. Well, put some lube on it." And that would be the whole episode, and that's bad writing.
Why is that
that's
different?
bad writing. Because if you're Spanish and you're watching that, you're like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, but Dan,
like, why doesn't that guy just go into the room? Just go in the room and confront them about their sexuality.
Yeah, but you can't.
If you're so concerned with it, stop looking at the camera.
I don't understand, Dan.
Go down there and do something about what you're excited about. Go talk to them.
Yes. Welcome to
Mr. Roper thought they were having an abortion. It's like in the episode where he's fixing the sink. And that's literally what that's the truth. Is the joke of the episode is that Mr. Roper thought that Chrissy was going to have an abortion because she's going, oh, it's so big, it's in my stomach and I can't, or whatever. And then she was talking about a wart, and Jack Tripper's going, well, I heard a doctor said if you rub a lemon on it, and Mr. Roper's like, but he thinks there's human life at stake, and he doesn't intervene. And that's bad writing.
Because there's California law that says he's not allowed to enter their apartment.
Well, he shouldn't be listening to them through their sink.
How does that apply to this joke?
Because if your comedy is based on on misunderstanding words, like it's not
No, but you
good
get caught
comedy.
up. The reason why
it's like, oh, I thought you said fudge. You said pudge. That's not funny.
Yeah, but that's not this joke either.
Dan, today,
yeah, it is, because the guy's like, I slipped in a pussy. No, I thought you said pussy.
You love this joke.
I liked it, but now I'm mad at it because
you laughed at the proper telling of a simple 3-act play of a joke.
Well, I'm just saying.
You try to tell it, but
you're mad because you're finally not good at something.
Yeah, well, so what? I'm not good at a dumb thing. It's dumb.
But you want to be able to tell a joke.
No, I like it. A guy goes a lobster goes into a bar.
Well, now this is
a lobster goes. Shut up! I'm going to tell it. A lobster goes into a bar and he goes like, "Can I?" And before he even finishes talking, the bartender goes, "Get the fuck out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here!" And the lobster goes, no, he's bummed out and he leaves. And then there's another guy at the bar who was there before the lobster came in. And he saw the whole thing and he goes like, what the fuck was that about? And the bartender goes, he goes, what was that? What's the history between you and the... And the bartender goes, that guy, he always comes in here and it's always like this. And for you listening, he's making a claw thing.
That was close.
He's making a claw.
That was close. That was an improvement on your version today.
I'm so irritable right now. I feel.
You know when?
Dan, it's okay to be bad at something. You don't have to be good at everything.
No, it's fine.
Your attention to detail really accentuated itself when we went on the Halloween haunt ride. Hey ride.
Well,
in
the haunted
Griffith Park.
Hayride, yeah.
And it was just a hayride, and it takes you through different spooky moments. But Dan, Dan is like breaking it down.
It takes you through different spooky moments.
He's going through the story circle of this goddamn ride. He's like, so is that a setup to that? I'm like, no, it's just spookiness. But you had to break it down.
No, nothing was spooky, and I'm not dumb. I understood that the hayride was taking you through different spooky scenes. I was thrown by the tonal incompatibility. This is not. I'm not like a logic guy. I'm saying I was thrown by the tonal asymmetry of in the middle of the haunted hayride, which was festooned with non-verbal goblins and gimlets and goobahs, going like
it was festooned with non-verbal.
Everyone's going garbagur, and then one guy in the middle of it in what was the most expensive scene, because there was like a Cadillac and there was a 60s song, there was a needle drop playing, like the Supremes were playing, and there was like everyone was speaking English and it was a period piece. That's weird, because everyone before and after it was like, I'm Jack Skelling Boober, but they didn't say that. They weren't speaking English. They were going gubba gubba goo gooba goo, and then there was one guy going like, oh hey, like you didn't see anything, did you? And everyone was like so uncomfortable, because he was like talking to people.
It was also after he shot somebody in the back of the head.
Yeah, it was
in the back
fucking
of his
weird.
Car.
Like okay.
I think that's what made everyone uncomfortable.
Well, yeah. Also, like
not the story logic.
Well, because obviously, also society's consciousness has shifted, and you'd be dumb to. It's okay to be frustrated by that, but you'd be a fool to not understand that. Like I was in the cab and I clicked on one of those ads and the thing. And it's a story about the Bloomingdale's. Did you guys see the Bloomingdale's ad thing? Do you guys know? Because it's in the cab.
This is my favorite joke.
It's the Bloomingdale's holiday catalog. It's obviously just like a fucking like clusterfuck of like corporate kind of sales teams. Nobody knows what anybody's doing.
Is this the one you were jerking off to earlier?
They take a bunch of pictures of what?
Is this the thing you were jerking off to earlier?
Jeff?
Come on, Jeff.
I will tell you guys, I swear to God, tomorrow night, I will tell you, I'm going to Google her tonight and make sure she's 18. And then I'll tell you her name. It's not AT&T. It's not, I know that girl and I'm offended on her behalf. That is a friend of mine. That lady is a human being. The possibly underage girl I'm talking about is from a completely different commercial. God damn it! Why did you distract me with that?
I'm sorry. Stay on target.
The Bloomingdale's.
Bloomingdale's.
So it's just like this kind of guy. He's like a Robin Thicke looking guy, and he's like they obviously photograph people at different times, and they're all against a white backdrop, and and so they just like someone's job is to put copy on every page of the Bloomingdale's catalog. So it's like there's like a lady like in a champagne glass with new pumps going like nah, and it says like cheers to feeling alive. Like it's just like somebody's job is just like just diarrhea words onto a page, and it's like someone else is taking the picture, and there's no communication between these departments. Nobody's trying to send a signal. And then there's a page in the Bloomingdale's catalog, so it's like a woman like going, and she's like excited to be looking at something other than what anything other than the guy next to her, and then like 3 feet from her is like this Robin Thicke like stubble guy, in like they're both in kind of like casual like business holiday party wear, and the guy's glaring at her, and she's going. And the guy that wrote the copy or lady equal like I'll bet you any money like a 50% chance if this dumbass was a woman. Whoever wrote the copy wrote it's just this copy that's like stylized offset sexy copy. It's like the picture of it, but the problem is it's a woman going and there's a guy going and the copy says spike your best friend's eggnog when she's not looking.
What?
And everybody's like, what in the rape?
What in the Cosby
are
is
you
going
selling
on?
me? What am I? Why am I supposed to buy pants now? And there's no heroes or villains of the story. It's just kind of interesting.
It sounds like there's at least one villain in this.
Well, no, I don't think there is. I definitely guarantee you that nobody thought this is hilarious because someone's going to have non-consensual sex. I bet you $1 million nobody ever thought that. I'm sure someone was like I bet that person. I'll bet you another $1 million on top of that the person wasn't looking at the photos. Wasn't looking at those photos. The person whose job it is to write a bunch of copy, that's like they were just writing garbage. That they're just going like they were told to write 50 things that are like naughty, sexy holiday things. Yeah. Hang your stockings where your sex pussy.
Hang your stockings where your sex pussy.
I don't work in advertising. I assume it's not that easy.
Spitballing.
But it's like, yeah, spike your best friend.
This year,
but the truth is that it was actually just the visual.
Pussy.
Anyways, the reason I brought it up is, why did I bring it up? Because it's like because we are living in a world where it's like and I think this is a good thing where everybody's like hyper focused on this stuff, and it's like what is my point? I don't know what my point is.
Can we tell a couple IO stories?
Well, I already.
You did already?
I did. I told the.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, the good riddance.
Oh,
good riddance.
Yeah.
Can we, do you want to tell this one, or is that too personal?
Wait. What are you gonna tell?
Well, you kind of have to.
Well, what is it? What are you? Well, go ahead. Yeah,
we got to do pre-interviews more.
Yeah, go ahead. I
This better be about Chevy Chase.
Yeah, go ahead. He's showing a picture. Go ahead.
Yeah,
what is that? What's the story is that I sent you that picture?
Well, you sent me this picture, and I showed it to Io, and I said, here's Dan's new girlfriend. And she looked, and she's like, wow, she is really hot. Wow. She looks a little fake, though. It's a mannequin. I don't know if you can get a shot of this.
Who took the photo?
It is the hottest girl I've ever seen in my life, by the way.
I figured you showed me that photo, and Dan goes, you see the girl that Dan's banging right now, and it's a mannequin.
Pass it around.
Come on.
It's an actual mannequin.
Come on, I'm not.
Well, obviously it's a mannequin.
I think she's hot, man.
Yeah, well, there's no ugly mannequins. You never go through a Target and go, ew.
Don't scroll past any of. Believe me.
Oh, no.
It's your funeral. It's your fucking funeral.
Yeah, Scroll fucking left all the way.
No.
Because you're going to see a lot of dick pics. Lots of Dino dick pics.
I tell that's right. Like, Dino.
Really fucking do it.
All right, give me my fucking phone back.
Oh, you can't?
Pick. Oh, dear. Wow.
Okay. I thought you were, okay. Dino, what was the because you were telling me you were like, oh, I gotta delete some of my pictures because I have so many sex movies or some phrase like that, and I was like, really?
Sounds like me.
I said you have sex movies on your phone, and he's like, right, yeah. Don't you? No, I don't. And I was like, and he's like, oh, well, I do. I have a lot of them. And I was like, so many that fill up your whole phone? I was like, yeah. And I'm like, and I can't remember if I was like, did I say, can I see one?
I think so, yeah.
And looking back on it, I got what I deserved because I was like, well, can I see one? And you're like, yeah.
It's your funeral.
Are these sex movies that Dino is in, or
that's the punchline.
That's the punchline. Is that he hands it and he goes like, really? You want to see one? And I'm like, well, yeah, why not? If it's good enough for you to be on your phone and. I guess I am. I would like to see it. And he's like, okay. And he hands me the phone, and it's a woman that I know, because it's someone that slept with Dino, and it's it's a movie of her having sex. I'm like, that's Rebecca from marketing. Yeah, it's a sex movie. And I thought it would be a French thing with Amelie or something. I thought it was like a porno on your phone.
Well,
that's why I was asking. It's because I was going like, what do you?
To be fair,
watch it?
I did submit it to Ken, but.
I love that you thought that I was asking to see.
I know. I thought
making love.
I really thought our friendship reached a level that, okay, we're gonna share.
But also, you're not in the movie. Yeah, it's just her.
It was shot it was directed by Michel Gondry. It was a good movie.
It was gorgeous.
Dino, can we talk about your upcoming rendezvous? Is it on Sunday?
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever.
Dino has an ability to do things that I think we should all aspire to. I think we in moments in your life.
It's that great of a story, is it?
I don't know. I don't know the story.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, this is the act one. This is fade in on the story. Dino has a threesome lined up, and he showed me photos of one of the girls. Fucking wow. And it's going to be...
And she's a nightmare.
And you said that the one that's a nightmare is going to be submissive to the other girl.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Who hates her. Yeah. And you said that girl you hate is going to beat you. And it's going to be...
it's very intricate. I'm not sure how it's going to work out. Yeah, it's a math problem.
But these girls aren't pals. They're not friends. Are they acquaintances? Or?
Yeah, they're acquaintances. That's how they hate each other.
Okay.
Can we talk about the fact that there was a point where you were seeing a sex worker.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
What? She
What is happening? You okay?
Well, I want to get the story right.
911?
The sex worker was emailing Dino and saying,
"Oh wait, no, let me tell this story."
Can you tell it?
Yeah, I think so.
Dan, you tell it. You're good at this.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Dan is definitely, I'm not a good storyteller, but, I think he's nervous.
No, I think I'm a very gifted storyteller. Like I want to get the story right. It's just okay. Well, don't. So the way I remember the story is, shut up. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, please.
This is about redemption.
Okay, Dino had a relationship with a sex.
Well, I was
person.
dating this girl who was very submissive.
Let me tell
to
the story.
Okay. She was very submissive to me, and I was like, and then I remembered this dominatrix who wanted to have a baby with me, and I'm like, been there, done that.
It's the ultimate domination.
Yeah.
35 years.
Yeah.
Of college tuition.
Oh, believe me. So this dominatrix cut me off. She's like, I don't want to see you anymore. She got emotionally involved with me, and so I started dating this other girl, and I said, hey, would you like to go see a dominatrix with me? And she said yes. And I said, can I start an email account and put your picture on it and pretend I'm you? And
to lure the dominatrix that didn't want to see you anymore.
Right. But wait, I'm not the worst guy in the world. You'll see.
There's a worst person in this story.
He gets worse, and everybody gets worse too.
So I'll pretend I'm you, and you're going to say to her you want to have a threesome with her and this other guy, and you're going to describe someone who looks very much like me. And you say, can you get this guy, like some guy, like the dominatrix, it's not any set person. It's like she's just describing a guy that she would like in her fantasies. Yeah. And so I started emailing the dominatrix because the girl said okay, and I said ask her, yeah, I'm looking, to date this guy, like a tall, kind of greasy, kind of Italian, Turkish, dancing around the Greek thing.
Right around Greece.
Right around the rim.
Not Macedonian,
Greece.
Not Moroccan.
Do you know anybody like that?
If you hit Malta, you went too far south.
Just something that generally feels swarthy with a lot of ruins.
Yeah. I'd like his columns to be Ionic.
So.
That's not. No, I disapprove. I thought that was worth a chuckle. Not a plaza, not a bow. Wait, now he's leaving. Okay.
So.
What if there was a gunshot? What if there was a single gunshot? And we spent the rest of our lives going, what? I thought.
Yeah. So I describe myself what I think is to a T. And she writes me back, but really the girl. She's singing the girl.
So I just want to clarify.
Please.
A lobster goes into a bar.
This ain't You've Got Mail, kids. He's typing to his former dominatrix,
who wants nothing to do with him.
Pretending to be a young lady with money, saying, I want to fuck an ugly guy. Do you know any? And he's the one
say
typing
ugly.
to her.
And the reason why he can't deal with her in person is because she wanted to have a baby and you did not. So
right.
Okay.
But I thought maybe, because she knew like I'm into experimenting and being into threesomes. And so she wrote her back immediately. And said, got the perfect guy for you. Sends a picture, just this opposite of like just no hair, really skinny, bald guy. I'm not saying that's gross.
Ew.
I know you're making a comment that I'm gross.
That guy's from Queens. I learned from improv that you say a specific area and everyone laughs. That guy's from Queens. Sounds like someone's from Manhattan Island.
Actually, I'm telling it in reverse. That was the second picture she sent me. The first picture was like a really good-looking guy, really fit, and I had to write back, no, he's way too good-looking. I want a scummier. No, now swarthy wasn't. I used swarthy the first time around. Yeah. Now it's got to be like scummy, sleazy, just a gross kind of out of shape guy. And then she sends me the other skinny, bald guy, and I'm like, too short, like more hair, but like just an uglier guy. Like I got to shit all over myself now in order to try and pinpoint me.
Just so the fun can begin.
Yeah, so I can start having some fun.
I want his last name to have 5 syllables.
So the third
I want him to sound like an invisible creature from Sesame Street. I want him to sound like someone only Big Bird could see.
Stemolophagus.
So the third picture is me from Community. And I'm like, this guy is perfect. And I'm trying to like go LOL and, just trying not to talk like me. And I'm like, rough, ooh, grr, this guy's great.
Yeah, doing your best impression of an unhealthy person.
Of an idiot.
Mustering that.
If I could get into the head of a crazy person, that would be amazing.
Now, are you keeping the girl whose account you're pretending to be? Is she aware of all this?
She's in Italy at this point. She said, do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's her turn on.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people out there, they get turned on by identity theft.
Yeah.
They go to ATMs and they do their ATM transactions sideways.
They neatly fold their ATM card.
And they...
So I say, perfect. This guy's perfect.
He's the one.
Hire him. So then I get an email. Dino gets an email from the dominatrix saying, get a load of this.
Literally.
This girl wants to have a fucking thing with someone like you. You were the first person I thought of.
The tip off to the rip off.
That's really the best ending. And then we ended up, there were a couple little I had to...
What was the first encounter? How did that first...
She didn't say... I want to be clear about
there's
this.
more because I had to... She wrote back to the girl, me, and said, I'm going to need some money up front. And I said, my car just got towed and everything. My credit cards, can I just send you cash? And she said, sure. And then she wrote Dino me back and said, this person's asking for cash. I think it's a guy. This guy doesn't want to give, I don't think he's going to send me cash,
I've got an instinct for this kind of thing.
Yeah. So I'm actually at Community, and Ken Jeong walks by, and I'm trying to write on the envelope in like really female writing. And I'm like, Ken, does that look like a woman wrote it? And he's like, what? I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Why? And I tell him the whole story, and he's like, all right, you're fucked up, man.
Boy. I love the idea that this guy goes, just sound like a lady writing. Why? And I
told him all this.
Did he have a white beard when you finished? That's a long story.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay. Long. Well, like I said, I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, I send the letter off, and a couple days later, she writes Dino back, the dominatrix, and says, good news, got the money. Handwriting looks feminine. Swear to God.
Yeah.
Speaking of gender roles, good segue.
Yeah.
Is Jane here? Is our old friend Jane?
Who? Where's Jane?
Jane, are you here? Do you want to come up? Do you have cold feet? Do you want to come up? We haven't visited with you.
House.
She's in New York, and this is Jane that brings the earth shine, and is a glass blowing scientist.
Hi. How's it going?
What's up, Jane?
Hello.
Test.
So I haven't talked to you. I'm excited to talk to you because, well, I'm going to take you through what I understand, and maybe I'm going to be way off base because I'm an idiot. But there was a period of time there where it was like, well, originally it was like, oh, you're our friend and you're trans and you talk to us and by the way, not to get sidetracked by this, but you deserve a Purple Heart for all of the role that you've played, being a good, kind person, and all of my fracas and ups and downs with the most important thing in the world, just being a good, kind, smart person and being forgiving and all that stuff is enabled, I think listeners of this show, especially me, to work through the fucking confusing morass that we've been living through the last 8 years of culture. Anyways, but that's
not to be insensitive.
No,
but I can't believe your first question wasn't, did you find my story a turn on or what?
219, Dino. Room 219.
Oh, you're right.
Nice callback.
But anyway, so Jane, not just being a person who exists in a glass cabinet that's our transgender friend that could come out and talk about transgender stuff, actually has her own life where you're like some kind of James Bond of glass blowing, where you developed new ways to blow glass and stuff, and we're a local hero in your own industry and community, right?
Yeah. Okay. If we can.
Okay. Well, you probably wouldn't put it
we
that
can
way.
Go there if we want to.
But there was a point. It was you had been on the show a couple times. We talked frankly and probably ignorantly on my part about this emerging
sensitively and with great questions. Thank you. I'll get it.
And me repeatedly using the wrong pronouns and then
clumsily.
But
we've never talked before.
I know.
But then there was a point
219, buddy.
219.
where you were succeeding just
this is louder.
Just as a professional, as a scientist, you were succeeding. And then I remember just something about what you were tweeting and what you were saying made me think that there was something happening that was a challenge in you balancing your professional life with what you were your transition.
Yeah, so I mean it's a very common thing that has to happen because a transition it's a transition. It's a time thing. And when you're in between, I'm in between, you have to make some choices about where are you going to be who you are and where are you going to be who you were.
Because every single tax form, bathroom, sign, everything is based on
I mean,
gender
you exist within a culture, and that culture makes certain demands on what we talked about in Toronto last year about society is a system, and systems are all about reducing energy and about energy expenditure, and you in order to...
Shots fired. You heard it, system.
System. I hate systems.
Yeah, fuck you, system. You're about reducing energy, you piece of shit.
What's Jane?
Is system
I
out
agree.
there?
System's not here. System doesn't listen to this fucking show. People listen to this fucking show.
Yes.
Systems run in fear of this show. And Hispanic people. I don't know why. That's not by choice.
Yeah. But Harmontown, I mean, the idea of Harmontown, and I mean, some of the original conceit about is it going to be 100 people, is it going to be 300 people, are they all going to be up at Moon or VIP Moon? You're going to have enough people for you to go to the taco cart.
You mean that premise that we ditched 3 episodes in?
Yeah. But that we all hold to very dearly.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm going back to it because I hate everybody now.
But that idea,
something that we've created that people that are Harmontown fans still I think we all agree on the idea that. We all connect on the possibility of something better, whatever that might be.
And I think a lot of it is that it's system free. I mean, it's the idea that you get to don't be a dick, give more than you take. That there's a point where if you get the number of people down small enough, you can exist without a system. You can have a communal type of governance going on, an anarchical type of governance going on. But you get to a certain size in order for you get to a certain point where you have to start dealing with the lowest common denominators who are going to drag things down. You have to have rules to accommodate for people who aren't going to fit and who are going to be dicks. And that's where laws come in. Laws are about reducing
not
deviance,
because
reducing
any
energy.
individual is that dumb, but because in mass We
Yes.
we effectively become that dumb.
Yeah, statistics start to take over, and people are allowed to drop down, and as other
Jane,
people
where do you aside from the fact that you do nothing but interesting stuff and make fantastic booze that you give me, and she makes fucking Earthshine that will wipe you out. So I've had some.
Do you guys see the stuff backstairs?
There's stuff backstairs.
There's stuff backstage.
Oh my lord!
Okay.
You guys didn't know about it?
Well, we might as well.
Dustin's home. It's Dustin.
Let's bring it out. And
Wow. I mean, I think that the feds are going to be on us in a minute.
oh, there it is. Okay.
This stuff. So this is something new. This is something new, and shout out to
Dustin
Jenna.
was hoarding it.
Shout out to Jenna.
This is Falconer's Blend. I love it.
Falcon-
who's our new Falconer?
Okay, so
On Twitter, some gal said,
yeah,
"Can
Jenna.
I be?"
Yeah, so Jenna is now the official Falconer of Harmontown. Jenna,
If I hold my wrist up, will a falcon land on my arm right now?
it's a hawk. She's got a hawk, and the hawk's name is Anna Kendrick, which is awesome. So Jenna is a homesteader up in the Adirondacks. She lives alone and is trying to make it as a farmer. She's got sheep, she's got pigs, she's got a hawk.
So that's authentic transgender whiskey.
And guys,
trans asterisk.
everybody, before we go any further, we have a hard out at 8:30. That's 2 minutes away. Because,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah.
I can't.
Fuck you, Bill Burr.
I can't believe.
Shit!
I can't believe I wasted time on that dumb
Hey,
joke.
God damn it!
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jane, I thought, like, as I said, like, what's going on with you? Because
Yeah, Jane, what's the goal? My question was if transitional, because I'm ignorant as can possibly be. If you're going through a transition, what stage do you think you're at, and what do you think is at the end of that road, or what's your goal?
So if 30 years ago, so I'm 51. You and I are the older ones.
No, you're fucking
I
not.
think we're the oldest people in the
How
house.
old are you?
51.
Oh, you
shit,
look great.
the trans don't crack.
But so 30.
There's your secret.
30 years ago, the goal was totally femme. I mean, I wanted to be Madonna 30 years ago. Okay.
Well, who did?
Both, brother.
Who didn't?
Yeah, who doesn't?
I'm still trying.
Those ruffle socks. But boing.
But
That was the first video I masturbated to.
All right, 1 minute.
Okay.
but
I'm gonna go.
People's focus changes, right? I mean, your goals change, your comfort changes, and I've found actually that where I'm sitting about right now
Hello.
is actually really a comfortable spot. I have a huge number of people that I know that I work with every day at my job who know me as Jane. I have lots of friends online who know me as Jane. I am accepted for who I am. With even though I haven't had bottom half surgery. I'm not wearing women's clothes.
I think that's bullshit because I'm not.
Gramercy Theater so much. I mean, we have to leave. We're so sad. Yo! Let's all hang out backstage and drink Jane's wonderful moonshine.
Hey, Jane, will you come back tomorrow? Come back.
Let's thank Dino
Can you come
Stamatopoulos,
back tomorrow?
Jane Cook,
Okay.
everybody here at the Gramercy. More importantly, all of the heroes who brought me alcohol throughout this show. I owe you all drinks and tenfold. Take all your waste stuff. Make sure, go to your bar, tip these people, and make them senseless with money. We'll see you next time, everybody. Drive fast and take chances.
Everyone escape your dichotomy tonight, you fucking assholes. Stop thinking you're one thing or another and be whoever you are. Did saying that make me sexy? Earthshine Jane. Come back tomorrow night. It's a different show. There's actually, believe it or not, no script. So it's a different show. Come back tomorrow. Did you get any of that?
It's a good show.
Feral Audio.